Now coming on to the next question. Basically the questions are really simple. You just need to apply the basic formulas in simple interest and compound interest questions. Ajay borrows rupees 500 from two money lenders. Okay, he pays interest of at the rate of 12% per annum for one loan and at the rate of 14% per annum for another. Okay, so let me write the money borrowed from moneylender 1B M1 and from moneylender 2B M2. M1 plus M2 gives 1500. He pays interest at the rate of 12% per annum for one loan. Okay, let 12% be for this one and 14% for be for this one. The total interest he pays for the entire year is rupees 186. Okay, so you can using these equations you can simply form an equation which will result in rupees 186. That is, let me show you, m1 into 12% into time, that is 1 year, is given in the question. Similarly, m2 into 14 into time, it is also 1 year, gives 186. I've simply used this statement to form an equation, and this was already given in the question. So basically we have two equations and we need to solve these two equations so that we can get the value for 12%, and 12% correspond to value m1. So we need to calculate the value of m1 using these two equations. So simply put the value of m2 as 1500 minus m1. Now putting the value of m2 in the given equation, I've just simply put the value of m2 in the given equation. To calculate the value of m1, here let me show you, and from this equation we will get the value of m1 to be nothing but rupees 1200. You can solve the question. I have not solved the entire equation. You can check the answers. Okay, so coming on to the next question. A sum was invested at simple interest at a certain interest for 2 years. Okay, it would have fetched 60 more had it been invested at 2% higher rate. What was the sum? So you can take the value of sum to be s. I am assuming it to be a variable because since I need to find it. A sum was invested at simple interest at a certain interest for 2 years. Okay, so let me assume the value of rate of interest as r into 2. Had it been, it would have fetched 60 more if it had been invested at 2% higher rate. Okay, so if it had been invested at 2% higher rate, it would have fetched 60 rupees more. So I've just used the given statements to write an equation that will be necessary to find our answer. So from here this gets cancelled out and we are left with 2s into 2 on 100 is equal to 60. So from here the value of s comes out to be rupees 1500. I've just simply solved this equation since these values were repeating. So I've just solved these two equations to get the desired answer. Okay, now coming on to the next question. Answer it. A sum of money is borrowed and paid back in two equal installments of 882. Okay, allowing 5% of compound interest. The sum borrowed was, so let the sum be s and it is paid in equal installments. So let me write the installments as I1 and I2, and since they are saying that the value of I1 is equal to I2 is equal to 882. Okay. Here's the crux to this question. Since we also have to pay the interest along with the amount that we have borrowed. So assume the sum to be x and y. That is, it has two components. First is rupees x and the second is rupees y. So on an amount of rupees x, we will have to pay a compound interest, and that is rated at 5% per annum. Assume that this amount I have paid after my first year, and the amount y paid after my second year. So, and the amount Y I have paid after my second year. So since I have paid the amount Y after my second year, this will be compounded 2 times. So from here, I can get a relation in x and y. This comes out to be nothing but solving the equation 105 square upon 100 square. And also they are saying that I have paid an installment of rupees 882 after my first year. So from here I can simply calculate the value of x, and after calculating the value of x, that is nothing but 882 into 100 upon rupees upon 105, and this comes out to be rupees 840. Now put the value of x in this equation and calculate the value of y. So the value of y will come out to be rupees 800. So the amount that was borrowed was rupees x plus rupees y, and this comes out to be 1640 rupees. So the option A would be the right answer to the given question. Okay, now moving on to the next question, that is answer 9. Two equal sums were borrowed at 8% simple interest per annum and for 2 years and 3 years respectively. The difference in the interest was rupees 56, and you have to find out the sum that was borrowed. So let the sums that were being borrowed as rupees x and rupees y respectively. So now according to the question, this is the sum that was being borrowed. The difference in the simple interest was 56. So x and y both are equal, and let me write it as x by 2. Two equal sums were borrowed at 8% simple interest. Okay, so for 2 and 3 years respectively. Okay, so you can just simply find the value of x at 8%, and according to the question, it has already been mentioned the difference between them was 56 rupees. So from here you can calculate the value of x, that is nothing, just you need to solve the given equation, and so from here the value of x comes out to be 700 rupees. So the sum that was being borrowed is option B is the right answer. Actually the value here, x is the sum that was being borrowed, the complete sum that was being borrowed. Two equal sums. Okay, yeah, x is the right answer. Now coming on to the next question. Shashikant derives an annual income of rupees 688.25 from rupees 10,000 invested partly at 8% and partly at 5% per annum simple interest. How much of his money is invested at 5%? Okay, so you can form two equations from the given statement in the question. So what you can say is 688.25 equals this the value, let x rupees and y rupees be the two amounts that are being invested. Let rupees x be at 8% per annum and rupees y be at 5% per annum respectively, and the total amount stands to be at rupees 10,000. Now they are saying that it is invested at 8% per annum and another amount is being interested at 5% per annum. So the amount he derives is rupees 688.25. It is already been given in the question, and the value of x plus y is 10,000. So from here you can calculate 8x plus 5y is nothing but 688.25. I've just cross multiplied the equation, and they are asking the value at 5%. That means that they are asking what is the value of 5. So from here you can write x as 10,000 minus y. So put the value of x in the given equation. 10,000 minus y plus 5y is equal to 688